Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Delaware Camera is your #1 spot for all your camera needs: education, accessories, printing, and more. Located at 2635 Delaware Avenue in Buffalo. Visit cameraspot.com.
Hey, True Believers! Welcome to True Believers Tech Talk Tuesdays upstairs in Delaware Camera. It's the first Tuesday of the month, so we have What's in Your Bag. Today we have Amy Doak of Amy Doak Photography on the show. She will be on after housekeeping, and we will go through her work, what's in her bag, and the other fun stuff that she has going on in the world. So, housekeeping's first. We got classes online, as you know, taught by F-Stops here. We have Photography 101 tomorrow night at 6:30. So if you want to sign up for that, go to the website link on our website. There's a class button. Click that, and it'll take you to the Eventbrite page where you sign up. What's up, Will? And actually, next week, the 15th, we have Photography 201. So if you've taken 101 before, 201 is kind of a little bit more of an advanced general overview of photography. So if you want to take that, sign up for that next week. And then we have some other classes coming up as well. So if you go to our Eventbrite page through the website, you can see all the fun classes we have. They're also linked in the bio on Instagram if you want to see them there as well. And sign up today because they are limited and they fill up fast. So anyway, classes. So what else we have going on here at Delaware Camera? I've done some minor upgrades to the studio, which we rent. We rent cameras, lenses, some lighting, and our studio upstairs in the store. So I've done some cleaning in there. I got a new shelf in there. We got a movable table work area in there. So it's looking pretty good in there. So stop by, check it out, and rent the studio. If you need a place to shoot in this cold weather, you want to go outside and shoot in this Buffalo weather, we got a nice controlled environment inside where you can do what you want to do inside of a studio. We have a few different backgrounds in there. We got the white, we got the gray, we've got the black in there, and we have a chroma key in there as well, which we don't normally have. We have a red in there too. I think it's primary red. We have that in there as well. So if you're looking to use those backgrounds, we have those in there. If you want to buy a background and use it in there, we can do that as well. And speaking of backgrounds, we got a Savage background drop today, which unfortunately does not include mocha. Sorry, Amy. But we have a bunch of different colors in today. We're going to be putting them out soon after this show is over. We got to clear out some space and get some new backgrounds in our upstairs. So if you want to come check those out, everything will be up. We'll probably do some sort of a video on what the new stuff that we have in later in the day once we get all that stuff out. So we got the backgrounds, we got the rentals, we got the studio. Oh, one more thing. So we have a little gallery upstairs. If you come up the stairs, Delaware Camera, we have a little gallery right when you get to the top of the stairs. Right now, what's in the gallery are pictures of my foster dog, Indy. So Indy is up for adoption. She's been with us for a little bit, I think 3 months or so, but she's a great dog. You can see some cool pictures of her. There's some information on how to adopt her if you fall in love with her. But it's through Sadie's Safe Harbor Rescue. They have a bunch of dogs that they bring in from all over the country for people to adopt, a bunch of rescues, and they all have great stories too. So if you go to Sadie's Safe Harbor, their website, just Google it. There's all sorts of cool dogs with cool stories who are looking for their forever homes, and Indy is one of them. We've got pictures of her up in the store up here. So she'll be up here for the rest of the month. Maybe she'll even stop in again. She was here a couple weeks ago on Sunday, but maybe she'll come back in and hang out again inside of the store because we are a pet-friendly store. So anyway, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and then we'll have Amy Doak come on to tell us what's in her bag.
Put it down. Okay.
That poor camera.
It's padded. It's fine. It's fine.
David has the record though.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Whoa. Are we back on live? All right. So this is Amy Doak of Amy Doak Photography. Say hey, Amy.
Hey, Amy. Just kidding. Hey.
So it's what's in your bag, and Amy's going to kind of tell us what's in the bag. Amy is a extraordinary, as you will see,
Aw.
photographer. But she'll tell us about her, what's in her bag, then we'll talk about her business and stuff. So check it out.
All right. So this is my super old camera bag. I've upgraded, but I didn't have time to switch it all into there.
What brand is that?
It's House of Flynn.
House of Flynn.
So it's stylish, yet, you know, what do you call it? Functional-ish for the most part, but that's why it's like
Got
that.
some wear on there.
Oh, it's been
Seen some things.
5 years. All right. Where do you want to start?
Let's see what's in your bag.
All right, let's see what's anywhere.
Let's pull it out.
Okay, so first we'll start in the outer pocket.
Yeah.
So I have my work content phone, portable tripod, because, you know, you got to get the content.
Yeah,
Always.
Is that like a stabilizer thing?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So it's literally, it's like it pulls it all out like that, and then you push this button, and it pops out like that. It's a transformer.
Wow.
But it's the smallest one I could find. It's portable, so it's good for on location.
Yeah.
And then, let's see. Oh, this I do every photo shoot with.
Your spider
My
holster.
spider holster.
Nice.
I cannot be without it because if my clients know every photo shoot I've done, at one point I always say, has anybody seen my camera? You just don't know. I set it down and then I get, you know, and then I'm like, oh crap, where's my camera?
I get it.
So I had to put it on both sides because, as you'll see, I have 2 bodies that I bring with me everywhere. So first is my backup, the R, the EOS R. It's my backup. Doesn't even have body or a lens on it.
Yeah.
And then my main shooting one is my EOS R6.
Nice.
This is my workhorse. I have the 15 to 35.
Nice.
The R lens series. So I do all native lenses. I don't do, except Sigma. That is my one caveat. My Sigma R35. That is the only non-native. Let's see, what else? Oh, so sticking with lenses. So I have an 11 to 24.
Ooh.
So this is a non-RF for those.
It's an L though. Canon L.
So
one of these. This is so wide.
it's beautiful for those architectural. Like I do a lot with clients with maternity work, especially. So I'm trying to bring like wedding-esque vibes with the architecture, but with maternity clients.
Yeah.
Something different. And then for my close-ups and the bokeh, the creaminess, I have
70 to
my
200.
70 to 200, which that has been with me. I think that was my second lens I've ever purchased. So it's been a minute.
So have you ever seen the RF version of this?
I have.
So cool. It's like this long.
I know.
It's amazing.
I mean, that gives you an arm workout for sure when I'm like having to hold it and everything.
Yeah.
But I try not to shoot with it that much. So, but I like to do wide angled shots, and then I like to do close-ups when I go on location. This is all for like when I do maternity work. Family is much, much simpler.
Okay.
So, but I don't really do those anymore. And then I always bring a light now.
Nice pro photo.
I always bring a light. My
in
pro
the
photo.
bag.
Yeah, in the bag. But it's always no. It's usually like in the wagon. It's usually in the wagon, but I had to stuff everything into the bag. It's usually in my wagon, but Mark said I couldn't bring my wagon on set.
Yeah, just drop a light.
It's padded. I have like 2 things of padding. So I bring my light. It's always on a fully charged battery with a fully charged battery.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I bring gels.
Okay.
Like I bring, oh gosh, what are these called?
Gel or snoot?
No. Oh God, they have a name. They have CTO, color temperature, whatever. Anyway.
I'm not a professional photographer.
I always bring this in case I want to like
Yeah.
put some, mimic like sunlight
Yeah.
that I've done.
Yeah.
So I've done that. So
Beautiful.
I love. And then let's see. Oh, camera extra batteries.
Yeah. What's up? Which one? This one?
No. Extra SD cards.
Yes.
Always. Gotta always have that. And then safety pins. Always have safety pins because in my wagon I have all of my dresses and everything that the client's gonna wear.
Mm-hmm.
And then so you always have to have Aquaphor because nobody likes ashy legs. Nobody wants ashy knuckles. So, and then double-sided tape.
Yes.
A little bit of fritzer in case people look dry.
Mm-hmm.
It cuts down on editing time for sure.
Yeah.
And then my little baggie of clips that I always use for for client gowns and everything like that. I always clip it if the safety pin isn't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And most importantly, the trigger.
Nice.
For my pro photo. So.
Do you, like you said, you were talking about gowns. Do you provide gowns or do?
Oh yeah, I provide all the wardrobe.
Because I remember when we used to shoot weddings together. I remember you like being in the car, like on auctions, she was buying like gowns on auctions online while we were driving to a wedding.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I'm not getting. We'd be out in the middle of nowhere sometimes, and I was like, oh my god.
That's cool though. So you control the whole thing. Like, so you have the wardrobe as well.
Yeah, so I provide all the wardrobe for all my maternity clients.
Mm-hmm.
It's rare that somebody will bring in something that I don't already have.
Yeah.
The only person they need to really be concerned about is their partner.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 9 times out of 10, like they will pick 3 different looks for my closet that we curate during the consultation.
Okay.
And then we figure out if they want to do it indoor, outdoor. Obviously, with the weather, a lot of it has been indoor. When it starts like around May, I start picking it up to outdoor.
Okay.
But I think that is.
So does anyone like come in and they're like, I gotta wear my Wranglers in this, and you say like, no?
I try to curate it to where it's still their sense of style.
Yes.
So I have clients who want like big, beautiful princess-like gowns with all the sequins, all the glam. And then I have clients who don't want that, who want something a little bit more simplistic.
Yeah.
They want it just like, more true to them and their comfort level. So it's all about what the client wants.
Very cool.
And then I think that's it. Oh, and sunglasses and
shades, of course.
Yeah.
You gotta be stylish, I guess. So how long have you been doing the maternity thing?
About 8 years now.
Yeah.
I started off 2 years doing weddings.
Yeah.
And I would do, maternity here and there, newborn. But so I did weddings for 2 seasons. And then I felt like I was comfortable enough to where I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do weddings full time.
I enjoy weddings.
I don't like the stress. It's too much.
I feel no stress.
And it's like, no, he does not at all. He is very just like chill. Like what you see, that's Mark
me.
on a wedding day. He's just like, okay, yeah. Sure. Which is great because I am not that person.
Fair enough.
I'm just like, so, but yeah. That's, so about 8 years. And I'm, grateful enough to where I only do maternity, newborn, and boudoir. That's
Very
it.
cool. So we were talking earlier. So how does a client find you usually?
A lot of it is through either Google or like social media.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of people who just said, hey, I just typed in, Buffalo Maternity and your name was the first one that popped up, or
Totally.
somebody, like I saw your photos in somebody's house, or social media. That's pretty much like the big 3 things I would say.
Because I see a lot of your stuff on social media like all the time. So I was going to ask you what your secret is, and you kind of told me off set, but if you want to share like what you think the secret to good social media is.
Consistency.
Yeah. Consistency,
which I have a hard time with. But it's being consistent and being genuine. Like,
Yeah. So speaking of that, do you ever pay for ads, or you just do it? So all organic.
Yeah. No, like Yelp still calls me. I'm like, dude, I did business with you like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, give it a break.
Yeah, seriously. Yelp.
Like, nobody does Yelp. I'm sorry to say, it's all Google, which is a whole other thing. But,
Yes. So like, how often are you like posting on social media? Would you say?
I'm trying to be more consistent and posting at least once a day. Reels is a big thing now. You know, video. It's only just exploding even more. So a lot of it is either on Instagram and then TikTok, and then that's I think like once a day, but if you look at my stuff, it's probably like once every 2 weeks.
It's all good.
So I'm not taking my own advice, but I'm trying to be better
But
at
you know what
it.
you got to do, though. So I mean, it's hard. Like, life is busy. Life is hard.
Oh my gosh,
I
I
definitely
know.
get it. So yeah. So you're doing this. So how busy is your calendar?
I would say right now I actually have a shoot this upcoming this week, another maternity client, and then I have a couple more. It's not like crazy busy because I'm a single mom. I have 2 kids, you know, so who play travel hockey, which, as you know, in Buffalo, it means the entire year. It's the whole entire year.
Yeah.
So trying to juggle that, run a business.
It's got to be tough.
Oh my God. And have like, you know, somewhat of a social life so I don't have to be heavily medicated.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to, especially in the wintertime in Buffalo. But I am going to Chicago for a mentorship that I'm going to go do with another maternity photographer, which I'm super, super excited about.
Speaking of that, I remember a few years ago, I think I saw on your social media, you went to one of those like, was it like the thing they have in Georgia?
Oh, PPA.
So would you say that's very like helpful as far as like?
I would say, I think like for me, it was the first time that I went. The first time that I went, it was very like overwhelming. Like if you don't have like a goal in mind of like, definitely take a look at the class schedules.
Yeah.
And if you don't have like kind of like a set thing of like what you want to learn and take out of it, it could be overwhelming for sure. So that's what I would say. Like if you want to learn, you know, how to market better or it's not and that's the other thing, it's not hands-on.
Okay.
So it's just kind of like a melting pot of like all the different fields of photography. And the great thing was like being able to see all the vendors and like getting your hands on products.
Definitely, yeah.
Which is super nice.
Yeah.
But I would say if anybody that's just starting out, definitely invest in education more than anything.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
do like mentoring. Like take class. I actually started out with doing a basic camera class.
Oh yeah.
At CP
SIPA?
SIPA.
Yeah.
It was like at nighttime, it was like twice a week. And that took me, it's like lit a fire under me.
Shout out SIPA.
Yeah. So like if you look for your local, you know, camera stores that offer classes, like I heard you talking about that.
Yeah, we have basic
class,
yeah.
Especially if, you know, you're one of those that's like, you know, they got a nice camera for Christmas, but you don't know why, you know, John keeps looking super blurry at their football games.
Poor John. Poor John.
John's a blur. It's a flash. But just take a basic camera class. It'll help you out tremendously, especially when you're learning from professionals like Mark here. You know.
Professional.
No.
Everyone's more talented than I am. All right. I truly believe that. But anyway.
But yeah, I would say get basic knowledge. Like, and people in your local community will be more than happy to help you out because nobody wants you to be walking around with a busted camera or a busted photo that you took on your $4,000 camera.
Yes. So if someone wants to get a hold of you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Instagram, as you can see. Instagram, call the studio, 716-288-8292. Call the studio. Oh, sorry.
We'll have links. So we're good. We'll have tags. On
I would definitely say Instagram. Like, you know, you could DM me. Either me or my assistant will DM you back for sure.
You have an assistant.
I do. She is like my rock.
Nice.
She is like, she's sick right now. So she called me today at like 5:30. Said, I can't come in today. I'm sick. I'm like, okay.
So speaking of that, as we finish up, so do you know that song that Sinead O'Connor wrote? It's called "Nothing Compares to You"?
Yeah.
So So Prince wrote that song, as
Yes.
people may know.
Yeah.
That song is about his assistant. It's not about some love. It's about his assistant who like went away for a little bit. So that's what the song's about. I saw it in some podcast somewhere, but I just great thing that I figured that out or learned that.
She went to Canada because she's Canadian. She went to Canada to Calgary for like what felt like 6 months, but it was realistically 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was so lost without her.
Write her a song.
I had to just like my poor dog had to go to the vet, and so she took the dog to the vet for me, and I was doing a newborn session, and I was just like, oh my God, like this is so much more difficult than I remember because she's there with me every day helping me during shoots. So shout out Jazz. I love you so much.
Awesome. So one last thing, as you may be able to see, I'm wearing this t-shirt. We just got these in. What do we got? Hold on. Sorry.
Oh, no.
We got these Delaware Camera t-shirts, which were designed by Curtis, who works here, who actually also works for SEPA as well. But we're going to have these on sale soon. What am I doing well? What? Here? Ooh. Sorry. So we'll have them in store. They're like $20 or something. If you want to come get one, we'll get them on display soon. But this one's for producer Will.
Yay.
So we're gonna throw it to producer Will. My rock, producer Will. But anyway, thanks for watching. We will see you next Tuesday for our True Believers Tuesday Tech Talks. I messed it up? Sorry, Will. Anyway, we'll see y'all next Tuesday, and peace.
Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Delaware Camera is your #1 spot for all your camera needs: education, accessories, printing, and more. Located at 2635 Delaware Avenue in Buffalo. Visit cameraspot.com.